Hello, lovelies, and welcome to this week's episode. This week we're talking all things low energy. We are tired with the sleep training, constipation, as well as adult toilet talk, and feeding workshops, our opinions, us being judgy little madams. So enjoy.
Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
we'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows, and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering.
So, episode 28.
28, Murray.
This week we're going to bring the energy, eh?
We're absolutely not. I've had one of those days where I'm just I'm not feeling anything today. I'm a little bit over it. So, sorry for probably my lack of peppiness.
And
Would not be a good cheerleader today.
And I'm eating strawberry laces to try and give myself a sugar rush.
Oh. The beer.
We've got a baby that won't boob and sleep.
I was drinking quite a lot of coffee throughout this episode. Try and perk myself up.
Over the last week, my coffee's definitely massively increased.
Yeah, like, I normally have between 1 and 2 cups, but often it's 1. I definitely got between 2 a day this week. Which probably still people was like, that's not much coffee at all. We're quite boring people. We don't really do much substances. We're feeling caffeine and that.
Yeah, up until like recently, I didn't really used to have coffee. I would only have it for the caffeine. I mean, I'm only having it for the caffeine, but it would only be like an exception. It would be a standard.
It's definitely got more over the years. Like when we go to somewhere nice, you'll have like a nice flat white now.
Yeah.
Like and that's not necessarily always for caffeine. You have to just have for.
I like it, but then I also like the caffeine.
Oh yeah, of course. It's definitely an upside.
So yeah, this week, what time? Because of sleep training.
Yeah. And for me, it's the accumulation of like a few weeks of her. This is developmental leap, or sometimes they say that weaning can mess up the sleep and stuff, and all those sorts of things. But normally, she'd only have 2 or 3 feeds a night. She's having probably on average 6 feeds a night.
Well, not in the last few days, but she was.
But previous to that, I'd had sort of 2, maybe 3 weeks of that.
It was pretty
While
exhausting
working.
for you. Yeah.
My work's been quite intense as well. It's been quite a lot of balance. So now, today is my accumulation. I'm sure everyone has these days. Sometimes you just have a day every once in a while where you're just like, no. Just no.
Just no. Not having it.
Feel a little bit tired. I'm very tired. Feel tired. Feel like a little bit down. I feel like I could probably cry. Maybe I'm about to my first period. Who knows?
Cry, it's that bad, isn't it?
I do feel quite teary, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I say that about Corona. I feel my eyes welling up. Good content for you guys. I'm not like sad or depressed or anything. Like, I just feel a little bit done today. As they like to say on the old Instagram, I need to fill up my cup. My cup's a bit empty.
Crikey.
I'm enjoying how much I'm paying attention to me while scrolling.
Sorry, I've just written, I'm not scrolling. I need to later on in the podcast whenever I'm doing something else on a phone, because I've realised something else I need.
If you guys have realised, Dan can't do phone time and talk time.
I can, you talk about filling up your cup.
Yeah, you're not giving me the attention that I want.
The emotive attention. I'm here for you. I'm here, present with you. As we try and record a podcast for everyone else, I'm here for you.
Oh, we're not. This is absolutely for us.
There's a whole 10 people that listen.
Yeah, but it's still not for them, is it? We're doing it for us because 1, it's a good time for us to talk to each other, and 2, we want to make our career, we want to have cushy lives, just be podcast people. Let's do real work. Just
talk to people for
a
job.
Exactly. We're going to do couples Invisalign soon.
Couple Invisalign. We're going to do a couples discount.
Yeah, it's like when we share a toothbrush, we've got very different teeth.
You get the top one, I get the bottom one.
Yeah. Swap. You got quite little teeth.
Yeah, it's very annoying. With my braces, it was actually to pull my teeth up and out because they were too small.
And then like out your gums.
Yeah. So I've got actually very little root left because
they're quite unstable.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not trying.
Mouth.
Exactly. I don't want to make a career out of bare knuckle boxing. probably going to result in me needing veneers.
I don't know what you should do just because the guy's such a fight with your weight category. Absolutely not.
Coming for you, Tyson Fury.
He's not. He's not Tyson. We're cool. We're cool.
You think you can beat Ngannou at MMA? Well, I think I can beat you at boxing. No, I don't.
Turn into an XL duel.
Oh yeah, come at me, XL Esports. Let's go.
You sure this is someone who could be secretly really good at that?
Should we get straight into it then? What's been going on this week?
Other than sleep training, has anything else happened?
Well, we continued weaning. We've had a lot of constipation, haven't we?
Yes. But we've got some fun stories of what's come out, which we'll get into in Scat Chat later. But she's been a really good eater. She's smashing a lot of food. She's definitely coming to the table ready to eat now, isn't she?
She's ferociously ready to eat. She
Yeah.
just can't wait. You pull that spoon out, and she just grabs it out of your hand and just thrusts it anywhere into her face, and eventually into her mouth after having got all the contents over her face.
I'm going to have to pick the chia seed out of my nostril. Which is a very middle class, which we are. No, because before when you first start feeding, she's kind of like, oh, what's this? What's happening? Whereas now she's like, I know what's happening. Give it to me.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also the foods that you're giving her. She really likes emulsions. I know that we're trying to give her solids as well.
Well, she likes both that. I'm still giving her lots of handheld stuff. She still likes feeding stuff like the tomatoes and cucumber and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't see the same aggression with the things that she...
You didn't see me with the mushrooms. My gosh.
True.
Raw mushrooms.
What day was that? I missed that on Monday, was there? Monday with mushroom mania.
Yeah, I was having some mushrooms on toast. Because when Dan's away, I like to have mushrooms because he doesn't like them.
Mushrooms and aubergines.
So I had mushrooms on toast and I left her some raw mushrooms. Just sliced raw mushrooms. Obviously they're quite spongy, aren't they? They're quite an odd texture.
Yeah.
She seemed to really enjoy it. She's just trying to cram them in as fast as possible.
That's my girl. Speed eating.
And like always, she puts another lap in for the last one's finished, and she's sort of gagging. She's like, too much food, and then she goes, okay. But she's managing to drink a bit more water this week.
Yep. So
We went to a feeding class, didn't we? That's what we did.
well, what day was it that we went? That I had to go to the hospital. To the hospital. I had to take her to a doctor's appointment. They're called surgeries, which makes them sound really severe. But then all it is like a GP sat there. She wasn't feeling it. She was a bit annoyed because I think she tried. So I arrived 5 minutes late. Well, I would have arrived on time, but there was the tiniest parking spaces.
Oh, and it wasn't Westminster.
And then the problem is, tiny car parking spaces are fine when you don't have a baby seat. Because you're like, it's fine. I just need to make sure that I can get out on one side of the car. Now, I, as a big bloke, need to try and get out one side. And then I need to be able to go around and get a car seat out the other side. So I spent took me longer to try and park than it did to actually get there. And it took me so long, in fact, that the blue badge holder lady that was parked next to me had come out of her appointment, had had a conversation with the lady next to in the bay, one over, got in her car, started her car and driven off. And so I just then reparked. I was like, oh, there we go. Now everyone can get out. So I was 5 minutes late to the appointment, and then she couldn't get her tech to work, so we ended up starting later. So she wasn't really feeling the appointment that much, but we got there. And she was just a bit like, is she teething? I was like, yeah. So, is she weaning? I was like, yeah. Is she? And then they're like, well, that's two main things that lead to a lot of constipation. Give her a lot more water, keep her up on the fibre, try not to give her too many things that she's not going to be used to as of yet.
Yeah, so we've sort of reverted back slightly to doing predominantly fruit and vegetables.
Yeah. So we got a bit excited, didn't we? Because
well, she was just
we
enjoying
realised
it so much. Yeah.
Should eat everything and enjoy everything. And so we're like, okay, here you go, have a pork pie. And
we didn't have not the horrible way. She's not tried meat. They did buy some fancy meat this weekend, trying to get onto it, but until she's a little bit more loose.
Yeah, we went to an award-winning
bougie farm shop.
Yep, it's actually won the Rural Oscars.
I think we all know what that means.
The Countryside Association Awards, I think is what it's called.
I'd love to go to that award ceremony.
Brands itself as the Rural Oscars.
What about the acceptance speeches though?
Here's to all the pigs.
Cheers.
Yeah, so we went there and tell them what we bought.
So, we're not massive meat eaters, But I want her to like get used to eating everything. I want her to be able to eat everything and try everything. And so I was like, well, if she's going to eat meat, I want it to be like really good quality meat. And so I wanted just to get a little range. So we got a few chicken thighs, a little bit of pork mince, a little bit of beef mince, and some little like lamb cutlets on the bone because I thought it'd be like a little meaty lollipop version. Quite nice. I had sort of more on. Just got a small amount of each, and I'm just going to freeze them up in little portions. I'm probably going to make a little bolognese out of the minced beef and make the pork into little patties, which I'm going to obviously pack with fish. So it'll be like pork with like courgettes and onions and things like that.
And we also got pigskin.
Pigskin for Daddy Ryder there. For the scratchings company that you want to start. But
Blabbering, scratching.
To do
We're
that-
going to kick off better than our 10 listener podcast.
to do that properly, though, we have to, there's the whole, I won't get into that right now, it's very boring content for you guys, but it's a thing. It's different to scratching, which I can't do right now because I want to see about fries before I go cry over. We went to a feeding workshop this week.
We did. I've got lots to say about that. You start, and I'll fill in the gaps.
So most of it we sort of knew. Really, it was good to get some just sort of reassurance on her constipation.
Yeah.
I think probably other than that, not overly informative. But I think it's good if you're someone who's going into weaning quite nervous. We went into it quite unnervous, and that's one because we've been around babies. I guess, you know, I'm very fortunate to have a friend who's a nutritionist, so I can sort of like pester her lots of questions if I have a concern. And also just like, obviously food is what I do. And so I'm just quite confident in what I give to her. Because we're not overly anxious parents, I suppose. Like, we've been giving her lots of like handheld stuff from the get-go, really. Whereas I think a lot of parents are quite scared to move off purees for like choking hazards and that sort of thing. So I think we were probably a bit of an anomaly in that room.
Yeah. And here's my point. Hear me now. Okay, first time parents and people who are going to be parents, chill the fuck out. Go speak to your grandmother, your children's great-grandmother, and ask them what they did for your parents. Because, like, when I speak to my...
Not necessarily, because they do a lot of shit.
Exactly. But your parents are fine.
Yeah, but they're not, are they?
But
Think
they're
of all
not.
the issues that
But they're not
parents
dead.
have.
They're not...
Yeah, but that's not what I want for her, is it?
No, but my
I
point
want
is...
just to not be dead.
I don't think that the issues stem from the fact that they were...
No, but I just think taking that as a blanket statement is probably not a great idea.
But what I mean is, people believe that kids are just going to die all the time. They're not. They're pretty fucking resilient. We've made it not 2,000 years, thousands of years on this planet, potentially millions of years on this planet.
I don't know if there's an argument.
My point here is that why are people nervous when when humans are pretty fucking resilient?
I mean,
If you
until
speak to
fairly
your
recently,
grandparents,
infant mortality was pretty fucking high.
not that recently, 2-3 generations.
Yeah, but since people start caring more.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, if you read about the stuff that like our parents' parents did, like for example, my grandmother, she used to drop a hot coal in my dad's milk. That's how it was sterilised. That's how it was
It
warmed
wasn't how
and
it was
soothed.
sterilised, it was to do with sleeping or something, wasn't it?
Exactly. And that was fine. That worked. My dad was fine. It all worked out. People need to chill out a bit. Like, just read the guidelines, follow the guidelines, and relax. You being worried isn't good for your kid.
No, I agree with you on
Do
that.
what it says and chill out. Because you're just making everyone miserable. You're miserable because you're worried all the time. Your kid's going to end up real fucking nervous because I think everything's going to kill them. And no one's having a good
Well,
time.
I think probably the takeaway from Dan's rant is that I think you just need to use a bit of common sense, really. And if you're introducing something new, just make sure you're present with them. And that goes for lots of things. And
Well, just being in general.
No, I know. And I'm not just talking food. I'm using food as an example. Like, say you are moving on to a solid or a puree, you are a bit nervous. I can understand that your child hasn't swallowed a solid before. They are learning. It's likely they are going to gag, which isn't obviously nice to watch. But just watch them. When you're with them, it's fine. You know, you can very quickly see when a child is struggling.
Yeah.
And you don't feed them things that they are going to choke on. So, like, you wouldn't feed them with a grape, because that's perfect size for a rubber pie. They don't get that. But you can feed them like a big chunk of apple that they can sort of gnaw on. Or a soft piece of carrot. It's going to sort of flop down that throat.
Yeah, that's the thing. I often think, okay, is this piece of food that I'm giving my baby, if she was to cough or struggle, will it collapse in there and she will eventually be able to swallow it? If it can't, like a grape, I won't give it to it. Like we smashed the blueberries this morning. We smashed them up because they wouldn't whole. But as long as the skin's been split, she coughs a few times, that's gonna, it's gonna go smaller and then she'll be able to swallow it. But people just worry so much, and you're just making your life harder than it needs to be. And you're gonna make your kid anxious, you're gonna have a rough time. Just focus more on giving your kid opportunities to do new things rather than sat there worried about the fact that they could die. Because, your fucking ceiling could fall in on you if you're going to worry too much. Anything could happen if you want to be real dramatic about things.
But I think I think we approach risk in life just a little bit differently. I think when you've had a life that's possibly gone through traumatic events, you approach things differently. If someone's not, then things seem bigger.
So you're saying because we've had traumatic events, we're not bothered by...
Well, I think we said, do it a different perspective.
I think more people in this world have had traumatic events than you think.
I know they have, but
I don't think that's a factor. I just think it's people worry too much. People just need to spend a bit more time focusing on what's actually good in the now rather than what's bad in the potential future that's incredibly unlikely.
I'm fully with you, yeah.
You've got to remember that risk is likelihood times event. Most people just think of event. If it's an incredibly unlikely event, it doesn't matter how bad it could be, the score is almost zero.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir, darling.
Yeah.
I'm
So in my analogy...
I'm quite not risk averse, I should say.
The ceiling could collapse on me. Incredibly unlikely, so I'm not at all worried about it. My baby could choke. If I've split the blueberry, very unlikely, so I'll continue anyway. But yeah, people need to chill out, focus more on their kids' life mentality, as it were, and helping them just do things rather than worrying about them dying all the time.
Dang, it's quite aggressive when he's tired. You could tell. Quite sad.
But in other news, I've braided my children all the way through.
I'm so disappointed that you only left that many to braid, so you can do 3 of them and then put them into a plait and then you do. No?
Although I wouldn't have paid any attention to you that whole podcast.
It's true of my life.
And also, one woman there is about to get on a 13-hour flight.
14?
14, all the way to Hong Kong.
Yeah. Don't end this out.
No.
Also, there's people use let's go on and talk about actually feeding about things like baby rice and all that sort of stuff.
What the fuck is baby rice?
And I'm just like, just feed them normal rice.
I never heard. What is baby rice?
It's basically just mushed up rice. It's like little pieces, when you get
rice pudding.
Yeah, essentially, it's like the ready bread of rice.
I can see why people spend so much money.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's what needs to be educated on. It's just like you don't have to buy things that are targeted at babies. You just adapt normal stuff to them.
They're just mush shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Blended mush. Mush.
I was thinking the other day, with our oats, I might put some oats in our food processor and just blitz them up. So when we are making a porridge for her, I'll just crush it down so it's a little bit smaller.
What do you mean, sorry?
So that make it a bit more like a ready bread. So you know what Thea did with your oats?
Oh, okay, so they're going to be blended oats in her porridge. I thought you meant that we were going to add blended oats to normal oats to make it like some sort of super oat porridge. I was like, okay.
We can do that too.
Real thick. Super oaty.
Yeah.
Constipated? Not anymore. Check out all this fibre you've got. Alright, science fibre?
Yeah. Very good.
Good nutrition knowledge.
She had a very high fibrous breakfast today. She had some yogurt with some smashed blueberries and smashed banana and chia seeds and oats. But because we weren't cooking it, I put the oats in last night. That's why I got you to put them in last night so they soften. Obviously more oats. She won't really break down. She doesn't properly chew.
And do we want to talk about some of the babies there or no? Some of them, babies are not working.
You want to be careful.
I know. But at the same time, they are, aren't they?
I'm just a bit like how some people dress their children. Like, looks very impractical.
Yeah, like the lady who had them in a full,
Like full white shirt,
not a shirt, it was a,
suit sort of thing. Wasn't
what's
it?
his name? The Austin Powers. It was an
Like a
actual,
frilly
it
shirt.
was an Austin Powers outfit. The frilly
It was
shirt,
Austin Powers.
the suit.
Also, it looked ironed. I'm not ironing like baby stuff.
And so then the baby needed some feed in the middle of the session. And she spent longer putting the hazmat suit over this baby so that she could bottle feed him than the baby needed feed for. So it was just crying away as she was trying to put some sort of like oversuit on
I
it.
think we're quite lax on how dirty she gets.
Yeah,
Like, she
look,
comes
I
in
mean,
dry
look
as
how
your
dirty we are. Stop being precious, people. Live.
I mean,
Just live.
we're probably just being it.
Yeah, but we live.
We do live. We live. Live,
But
love,
like-
love.
But just don't worry about shit.
We can't get over your beard from this angle.
It really needs trimming, but
So-
just live. Fuck it.
My head is washing, but just
Just
live.
live. Like, no one cares about you. You're going to walk down the street. Well, people do care about you, but no one who doesn't know you cares about you. You're going to walk down the street. No one's going to bat an eyelid. And even if they do, they will forget about you within seconds.
People will look at us and think, that's a fucking talk family.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty outlandish in terms of like size.
Especially
and
we've got the
just-
dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember we've got all our brood, like fully grown. I wonder what our total weight will be. Which would be like a rugby team would like put a weight, like a scrum weight or
So-
whatever.
I've seen this interesting challenge on Instagram. It's called the Dad Deadlift Challenge. And the idea is that you've got to try and deadlift.
Your whole family?
Yeah, the weight
You've
of
got a
your
heavy
family.
family to deadlift.
I know. I was thinking, I was trying
Because
to
Fatty's
remember.
what, 62?
I don't know if it counts pets, but that's
He's
the thing.
family.
I'm already heavy myself, so
Oh, are you included in that? That
Yeah.
your weight?
yeah.
I've
The
just said
whole
lifting
family.
you's hard. 'Cause
So,
I'm heavier than I normally am right now. So I'm probably
so it's 200 just with me and you.
more than that right now. You're 130.
Yeah.
I'm probably about 80 at the moment.
So it's 210 just with me and you. She's only 8, easy. If you count Fatty,
It's almost 300.
I'm not saying that I can lift 210. I'm just saying that adding 8 isn't going to change anything. Whereas adding Fatty becomes nearly 300 because it's 60 kilos. Yeah. So I need to work up to doing the Dad Deadlift Challenge.
I feel like surely it's more fun that you can just lift everyone else in your family and yourself. Because like, if there was an emergency, you have to carry us all.
I don't think that's kind of the idea. I think it's just
That's
a
how I see it.
metric, a challenge, as it were.
I mean, yeah, you've not like Sarah.
No, because I've not been one of these big people that marries a tiny woman. I've married a woman who's 6'1", and therefore,
I weigh
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I weigh.
exactly, you weigh more than the average 5-foot tiny woman that big men live for.
Yeah.
And I got them with birthing hips.
Please.
So I knew I was going to have long babies.
Yeah, we ain't gonna breathe small. I wonder what the average thing is for like a second baby's only bigger or smaller than the first. Because let's see.
Bumps each.
No, the bumps each. I don't think the actual baby. I think Flo was early. She wasn't small, but I think she was less than I was.
But what I did love about that baby was going to Hong Kong
Mm-hmm. Over hair.
is, I think what you can say about babies is that they do look like funny fat old people.
Yeah, too, yeah.
Don't think anybody can get offended by that because that's a generic statement.
Oh, it's also
And
like
this kid in particular looked very much like a funny fat old
he says.
people.
Well, the issue is
Bald
their
on top.
hair rubs away in weird places, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then these long sideburny bits, and just had that sort of like round old person face.
I had a really cute face, to be fair.
Yeah, very cute baby, but like a cute old person,
Yeah.
not like cute baby. Like it was cute, but looked like kind of like that really sort of smiley old person look that you get,
Yeah.
and that was quite funny.
I think there should be like Instagram pages just for like the weird hairstyles that babies just get from like bits that rub away, bits that grow. Like Zoe's just got random long bits of short. She's got one curl.
Yeah,
It's just all very strange, isn't it? When they rub away.
yeah. So, unless you've got anything more, should we talk about sleep?
Yeah.
Well, is there anything more to discuss on weaning? It's just been making a mess of it, but loving it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky, actually. But I think also, I think we've been, because we've been relaxed, that's probably helped her. Because we've not forced anything on her.
No.
But we just keep retrying this. Like, she didn't like avocado to begin with. And then we retried it, and then she smashed it.
Yeah, I mean, admittedly, the avocados that we tried her off with at first were pretty unripe. So they were really solid, and they were also unripe avocados don't taste very nice.
Okay, so, yes, see, go. I'll keep ignoring me going on your phone.
No, there's something
Fine.
I've got it ready for later. See, so we started the assault on Thursday night. Okay. We started our assault Thursday night.
Yeah.
With you sleeping up here in the spare room.
Yeah, so initial thought was that we were going to tag team it, wasn't it? So we sort of alternate nights. So I'm not like that. We're not doing it. We can get sleep to hopefully make us less tired.
Well, I still think it was the right way to start it because we both go in with like a full night's sleep ready. So we tag teamed it. So I did Thursday night, then you did Friday night.
Yeah.
And then we've both done Saturday and Sunday, and here we are on Monday.
Yeah.
And I think the way we did it as well is that, so she's in her own room, she's got her own cot, and we were quite, well, I tried to make sure that she didn't go into our room at all on the Thursday and the Friday night. Well, no, I was only there on the Thursday, I don't know what you did on the Friday.
I give her a feed in the bed, and I put her back. You don't have to feed, that chair is not comfortable for feeding in.
Oh, no, I have to sit there with a bottle.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Remember.
And so what we did was we'd be in there, and then if she stirred, we'd wait 5 minutes and then go and see if she's all right, unless there were either really fake cries or really real cries. Really real cries, go straight in. If it's really fake cries, just keep extending the 5 minutes because she doesn't need you. First night, I think what I tried to do was I spent a lot of time trying to get her to actually just properly sleep and then settle her asleep. And so we spent about 2.5 hours trying to, me in that room, trying to get her to fall asleep and then settle her asleep. And she'd just wake as soon as I lay her down, get her back up, try and get her to sleep, and settle her, try and get her to sleep again, lay her back down, she'd fall asleep. And then she'd wake straight away, and did this for 2.5 hours. And then eventually I just got sick of it and was like, fuck it, I'm going to lay her down. And if she wakes, I'm just going to start that 5-minute timer and go through. And if the 5 minutes elapses, she's still crying, I'll come back and I'll go back to the whole settling stuff. And so, within 5 minutes, she just fell asleep. She'd obviously been so tired from the sort of waking and constantly waking that within 5 minutes, she just gave up and fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then tends to be that once we get her to sleep, she only wakes once or twice properly, like in the night. She might wake her or something.
Well, not for those first few nights. Well, at least I wasn't practiced for more.
Okay, well, for me, after all that, so babies' sleep cycles are very different to adults. They're a lot shorter. There's a lot more REM sleep. There's a lot more chance of them waking. When they complete a cycle, they often wake to some degree. So they very rarely just roll straight into the next cycle. They will usually wake at least somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
And so on the first night, I definitely had that whereby she would literally, you just suddenly hear her, wah, and then it would be silent again. And she just basically woken up, screamed, and fall back asleep. And so I only had I think I only had to get up once for her.
Mm.
Maybe twice? I think just once. No, twice. Yeah, twice. But usually, but I think that's also because I spent so long trying to put her down.
Yeah.
So how did your Thursday night go?
So we put her down the normal time at 7ish or whatever. She went down, but then she woke up sort of quite soon afterwards. And I resettled her, and then she stayed asleep until 10 or something. I think it was about 10. And then I was, during the course of that, and then she wouldn't give back down for quite a while. She'd sort of resettle again until about 11:30, 12. So it's similar thing, like kept trying to feed her and put her down to wake up, but then she kept crying longer than 5 minutes, so I had to go back again. Eventually she settled, and then we woke up again at like 1:30 or something. And again, she wasn't really settling. So I took her into our room, just had her holding her, using it to resettle her. Her back had gone in that stupid chair. And then she eventually resettled. I put her back to about 2:30. And she woke up again at 4:30.
Okay.
And then fed her again. When she finally got to sleep, about, I don't know, 5:15. Then she woke up again 15 minutes later. She was like, fuck it, the day's begun.
And okay, and then I think Saturday night was we did a half and half, didn't we?
Well, we sort of the past few nights we've just done it together anyway, so like we sort of, and then she's been a lot better.
Yeah.
I don't want to count my blessings because I know it's not linear and we could easily get really shit again.
Yeah.
But the past 2 nights have been a lot better. So she's basically gone down at her normal 7:30 time.
Yeah.
And then stayed asleep.
Last night till 2, didn't she? Because often she wakes at 9 for a feed and then wakes at 2. She didn't have her because we went up to bed at 10:30.
Last night she woke up just before 12. No, the night before, just before 12. And then I fed it to go on cellar. And then you carried her back through. And then it took you a little time to get her through.
Yeah, it took
But that was
hours.
the only time, I think.
And then last night,
I think.
Last night it was about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock woke me.
So she'd been feeding for a little bit at that point. I both food, which was it, the rest. But at this point, I was like, okay, I think she actually needs to be by herself. But she needed to wake you up to make a bottle. We took it through it.
No, we didn't use any in the bottle.
That's fine.
Fatty gets a whole 9 ounces.
But
of
that was
sugar
it.
milk.
So yeah.
That's what I mean. She's only been waking like 4:45.
So what we've been quite firm with is like, we may not want to get up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
But because that's normally I'll get out of time, I want to stick to it for now. And once she's fine sleeping by herself, I don't mind leaving her a bit longer.
Yeah.
It's just more, I don't want to sleep too long and not see the following night. So I'm waking her up so she's tired enough. And so we'll see how today goes. I just want to be naked and free.
You're hot as well. We're already hot.
She's sweaty. She's a sweaty little girl. It has such for her head. So I think we can't complain too much.
I think it's going surprisingly well.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do for the week going forward? Do you want to continue the way we are? Do you want to...
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. So talk to me about you not being able to sleep. Because I've been checking my watch, so I've been recording my sleep. My sleep, I think, has probably improved. I don't record my sleep beforehand. But instead of sleeping all the way through, I'll have 2 sleeps that are maybe disrupted by half an hour to an hour, and they're still scoring like 80 to 90% in terms of sleep efficiency. And so, how can you not sleep?
Well, I think one, you sleep better than me generally. You're very good at just falling asleep. I'm not.
Yeah.
Because my head's just busy at the moment, generally. I'm struggling with that. Hopefully the next time I wake up to feed her, even if it's less time, I'm staying awake quite a long time. But then in between, I think because I'm so used to having her with me, I was used to being like constantly wanting to give her a feed or whatever. So I keep kind of like, I keep kind of comparing her or whatever. Anyway, I just, I think until I get used to her not being there, she's still quite disturbed.
Okay.
I'm used to her sort of tend to her needs a lot during the night.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of used to that. Used to kind of not really actually going into a deep sleep because I'm basically always ready to feed her. Essentially.
Very fair. So even though you've had a lot more opportunities to pursue all this stuff rather better, you've got a lot more sleep opportunities at the moment.
But that will come.
Well, that's fucking rich there. Otherwise, it's fucking the rest of your life.
No, yeah, so it's need to readjust, that's all. But it was nice yesterday, wasn't it?
The luxury that we had.
The luxury. We had like half an hour to ourselves to wake up in the morning, so we got just before 6. We've got a quick little shifty in. And then we had a little snuggle afterwards. And then we're going to go up.
Yeah.
That was nice. I was like, my God. It's luxurious.
A snuggle sex in the morning. Didn't think I'd do this for years.
And then, like, last night we had a spoon. We spooned the whole way through till she woke up.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. I'm not a little cock blocking the way.
Little cock block though.
Okay. What did you want to show me then?
So not last week, a few weeks ago, you were like, "Oh, I've got a beef." Now,
oh gosh, what's this? You've got your little petty face on.
yeah, I do. I do have my little petty face on. Do you?
Well, it's painful, isn't it?
All right. Fucking hell. This is the thing. You didn't let me prepare. You were
Well,
like,
you
"Oh,
could've-
you're not paying
You
attention
could
to
have
me."
prepared before. It's not
We
preparing
never
if you're doing
prepare
it,
before,
Drew.
do we? That's
Sam.
one of the reasons why this podcast probably only has 10 listeners. There's no fucking preparation beforehand.
We're just real. We're living.
Swipe and tell me what that is.
A toilet paper.
What is it though? Explain for the people at home what this is.
It's toilet paper. What was my beef with you?
Nope, it's nothing to do with your beef with me. I'm just rebutting with the beef of my own.
Oh, okay.
So, would you like to explain or shall I?
I will, right.
So, what you
You're
do...
your high horse, aren't you?
Yeah, because I have to keep cleaning up piss soggy toilet paper off the floor. Because what you do...
Wait, let me. You said you told me something that you didn't let me explain. You went
Well, I
straight to
didn't,
your
because I decided you wouldn't explain it good enough.
No, you said I would explain it the
Okay.
way you want me to.
Okay, I'm listening.
So I'm not saying it's right. I apologise. I need to be better. Basically, we built a really small downstairs toilet, which is in a little cupboard, so it's quite pokey. And so I'll go for a wee. I'll go to wipe up the toilet paper afterwards and sort of put it in the toilet behind me. But when I really shit have the coordination and I don't check back to see, I just sort of flush the toilet and walk out. And so sometimes I don't get the toilet paper in, and so it's either on the rim or it falls down the side. And I apologise. I know it's not okay.
And I've brought it up multiple times, and there's still fucking piss-covered toilet paper
You've brought it up
down the side of the toilet.
No. You brought it up maybe 3 times in this past week.
Okay,
In which
yeah.
case, since then, I have been checking. So no, I think you said it in your head a lot of times.
No.
before.
So I brought it up on the Thursday. The
Right.
first photo was on the Friday.
I'm not
and
saying
then
I'm
brought it up on a
perfect.
Saturday. The next photo was after that. You just fucking wipe your vag and then just sling it back and walk out.
Sling
Just
it
fucking
back.
throw it through your legs and wander off.
Also, we can't all spend half an hour on the toilet. I don't get that luxury.
Why don't you just turn around and drop it
There's
in?
no room.
You can spin. You can look over your fucking shoulder, can't you? No? You lost all neck mobility. Has
Yeah.
that gone with breastfeeding too?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I have been trying. I've been trying, haven't I? No.
Because I kept wondering where they'd come from. I kept finding soggy pieces of toilet paper down the back of the
I will
loo.
happily
I was
take
like,
this
where the
beef,
fuck where are these from?
but
and then I worked
had
out,
to clean up so much of your stuff. I've had to wipe up your shit from actually on the toilet seat before.
Okay, sorry. I do check for that now.
On the toilet seat.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
And then the amount of times that I have to wipe up your piss all the time. Whenever I clean toilets, because I'm only cleaning the toilet standing,
I've explosive
even though
poos.
you're meant to do the downstairs toilet,
Yeah.
you don't. So for years, I've been cleaning up your piss and shit.
No, this
So
is slightly
get back
hypocritical.
off your high horse. Thank you very much. I will absolutely try. Yes, correct. But someone hasn't been cleaning up their piss and shit for a long time.
Those fun. That's funny.
Yeah. How long have we lived together? Let's see, 2017. So 7 years. 7 years of cleaning up piss and shit.
I have been doing it a lot better in the last few years between the toilet brush and me.
I don't
checking
think
all
you
the
ever lift the
rest of
toilet seat and actually clean actual underneath of the toilet seat. Do you know how much that gets splashed with your piss and shit?
it. Oh, a little bit of vomit. Fuck it, just swipe on your leg.
So
Oh, just doing a thing of just spitting it out now. Delayed spit out.
that's from Russell to you.
Fair one.
Pure?
Yeah, I don't
Got
often.
titles now?
Yeah, I have. Been jousted. Yeah, got an explosive anus. And so,
It's not just that, it's just anyone who goes to the toilet, it just after a while, it does build up. It just happened. There is splashback from like piss and shit from everywhere. You do have a particularly explosive anus. And so yeah, I mean, I've had to literally scrub off dried poo and shit. Because sometimes I don't know how you manage this, but it's been awful because you've got the outside of the toilet, like as in like below the toilet bowl. Okay, it's come through the little gap underneath.
It's in the front.
Yeah.
Below scroll.
Yeah.
Okay, that is very impressive.
And you don't ever clean toilets.
I do use the brush.
I mean, I mean, like a proper cleaner toilet, not just like
Okay,
not just what everyone has to do after.
I did the downstairs one, don't I?
You think that once? Really twice?
I've done it twice, thank you. The other week you just asked me, shall I do it? And I was like, well, if you've got time, but otherwise I'll do it.
Oh yeah, sometimes I will just do it because it's just quicker if I just do it sometimes because I love you. And I know you're trying, but you're not doing particularly well.
I haven't done very well this week.
I mean, I haven't either. It's not been a good week for either of us cleaning, so.
So on that note, now that we've had a little row and we've levelled scorched earth, shall we get on to Gottman trying to build back up the relationship?
Yeah. What do you want to go chat? Which one ties in better?
Let's go with, who knows? Let's go with love map.
If you had to move, where would your partner like to live?
Oh, okay.
We've discussed this actually quite a lot this weekend. Ideal future life.
If you had to move, that's actually quite difficult because it depends what you mean.
That's true.
Like, it depends what you want out of it. I think you'd quite like to move to Australia because of the food scene to some degree. There are some areas that there's a lot of experimental food. But that's more of if you would create like restaurants and stuff.
Maybe.
But farming, we're intrigued by the farming life.
I want it.
And
I know,
so,
I know people who are massive farming, but fully aware, farming is a fucking shit ton of work. It's hard graft, and you don't get much reward monetary wise.
sounds like parenting.
Kind of, but it's the kind of graft that actually I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Like I like hard physical labour.
So I think you'd want to move to live on a farm, but I don't know where that is the issue.
I mean, it depends
Where we could afford is probably the
money
answer.
a part of this.
So it's quite an odd one, because if you're just thinking, like a few years ago when you were thinking of purely food, you were intrigued by Australia because of the fusion food
I
scene.
don't remember being interested in living in Australia, but
Okay, well you talked quite a bit about the fusion food scene now for a while. So I assumed that meant...
I think I'm intrigued by the foods in Australia just because I think they've got amazing produce and things. They can make so much of the produce work like in Australia because it has such a varied climate.
It's fucking huge, so it still has to fly really far.
Yeah.
Like, we can make the same produce across the whole of Europe, surely. Like, if you think about the climes of the south of Europe versus the north of Europe, it's smaller. Europe's smaller
but it's
than
different.
Australia.
We see it different when it's stuff from our own country. There's just different ethos around it. And I think I feel like Australia with their food is probably kind of like where the UK will be in like another 10 years or something.
Okay.
But also what I don't like is it is slightly more Americanized, which I'm like, quite bothered by. But yeah, you know, it intrigues me, but I don't think I want to live there. I think I'd like to visit it. I would mind an extended visit, but I don't think people want to live there.
But where would you want to live for your farm? Because probably you'd still want to live roughly around where we are now, but with a farm, which is unfeasible.
Not much like there.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to be near my family still. Is there where also be like near to the sea? That'd be nice in an ideal world.
Yeah.
Dorset?
Not where it is, our family, sure.
No, it's nice. And the sea in the Dorset.
I see in the Dorset.
The sea in the Dorset.
It's Dorset.
But I would quite like, farm life. Well, it's not just like a farm. We basically want to do the bougie middle class thing and I just want to do like rare breed pigs. So we do pigs and you want to do mushrooms out of the shit.
Yeah.
And then chickens go for well on pigs, don't they?
Right.
So I'll get some chooks in there as well.
Yeah.
Would help our audio.
Well, it's fine. She's entertained, so...
And then...
Less people listen than watch on a crappy clip, so either way...
It would be great to like do something like a cookery school with it or something.
Yeah.
Or like food experience or something like that. Enjoy that sort of stuff. But I guess, where would you like to live?
Well, you're meant to answer for me.
I know, I'm thinking.
Okay, I thought you meant me to ask.
Well, you also obviously like the farm like that. That's a joint dream.
Yeah.
It's a joint dream. And then elsewhere, I mean, you're interested in are you interested in Canada?
Yeah.
Because of like skiing, like all the outdoor sports you could do there basically.
Yeah.
I think part of you would like to go back to Africa.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I've got something fun to read around with this initialist.
Okay.
You're okay. You're okay, aren't you? Little paralysed rescue girl.
But otherwise, I don't really think any of that you particularly possibly live in. I think there's quite a few places you'd like to visit,
Yeah.
but live is different.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. What are your partner's beliefs about spanking children? Fucking loves it, don't you? Fucking say this. She's very much against spanking children, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think your kids should ever fear you.
I heard it being used as a loose threat in Lidl the other day.
Did you?
I was like, I don't think you're going to do that. It was the grandmother. She went, do you want me to hit your bottom? I was like, this is interesting. It's very much a threat. It's not even like, it's like,
Is that what you want?
do you want that? What, you're going down that road?
There's our
man?
clickbait. Do you want me to hit your
There's the
bottom?
hook. Do you want me to hit your bottom?
You're right. I am absolutely against.
Well, that's good. So am I.
Okay.
I think physicality is a method of getting attention, but it doesn't need to hurt. You can grab hold of someone just so that they are aware. Like,
I think if they're doing something dangerous, you need to grab them. You grab them.
well,
Like,
not
you
just
just
that.
stop.
If someone's like, if they're doing something that's incredibly immersive, which is most things in this world now, because everything wants to be as immersive as possible. Sometimes you just need to be like, touch someone, because that's the only thing.
Touch them. So you should touch your children.
No, I'm not saying not touch, but I mean like, you can. There's lots of noises going on. There's very few things that are actually touching you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you just kind of grab your child's shoulder, they're very quickly like, oh, there's something else going on than all the things.
That's very different spanking. I have no issue with
No, I
that.
know. I'm just saying that I agree with physical touch as a form of getting awareness.
Yeah, I just don't think it should be just like teaching.
No, there you go.
No.
I think it can be helpful to grab attention if a child's overstimulated, doing something dangerous, or ignoring you, like just sort of grabbing them so they pay attention to you. But yeah, okay. So go on then. Skip the up bottle. Sketch.
Skiddly up, papa. Sketch.
Oh, there we go.
So we're now trying to placate. So not methods to work. Just obviously she's been constipated, and so to get some of the poos out, we've had to do a lot of sort of like support work, like cycling her legs, rubbing her tummies. Then while we do that, it sort of starts to like Mr. Whippy out, doesn't it? It kind of goes.
Yeah. I say it looks a bit like one of those indoor fireworks you and your family do
Yeah,
for
we
Christmas.
love indoor fireworks. If anyone's had this part of their childhood, then you'll feel me.
Don't know if there is anyone else love.
It's a very big deal in my family. And every time we have like a partner, we're like, oh my God, guys, indoor fireworks. And we really big it up. And then you see them and we were super disappointed.
Yeah.
They're very anticlimactic, but that's kind of why we love them. There's one called like Black Samba or something. And it's like a little thing that's like puffs and it's like gross. There's like gross, like black turd. And it's kind of just like what I've heard poos aren't black. But it kind of.
We got pretty close this week. They were very dark, greeny brown.
But yeah, so she said some interesting poos and Fred sort of like, it has to come out in stages. So we do like a little rub, does a poo. Little rub, a little cycle, another poo. And sort of.
And you'll be there live action with the poo.
And never I
as you're
had to hold her
cycling.
hand. Like you were cycling, I was holding her hand. She was crying.
She was really straining.
We got through it.
It was like she was giving birth to her shit.
I was like, is this my future when she has a daughter?
I was
don't know,
there
maybe.
holding her legs up. Just being like, come on, you can
Maybe
do
we need
it.
to get like poo stirrups. She like
You were
push
there.
against.
She actually reached to hold your hand, which was the cute but also weird thing.
Well, she started doing that, hasn't she? She started reaching for us, and she's feeling needed. So she, like when we were at the feeding class, actually, she kept being like looking around, like touching me, and be like, okay,
Yeah.
mum's there. Anyway, let's sign off because she's had enough.
But yeah, it was quite funny because as she would do a little bit of poo, you'd open the nappy, then you'd see it start coming, and so you'd be there cycling her legs. Then it would start, reeling
Little
out.
rub of the tongue.
You'd then stop, you'd do it a bit more, and then she'd strain really hard again. Her eyes look like they're going to pop, she'd go really red, and then again, another spiral would come out. So yeah, we're hoping that she gets back to just doing normal poos, but
Well,
for now,
I
it's
think
quite
also,
interesting.
remember, she's never processed solids before.
No.
So even if it is all like fibrous and stuff, her intestines still have to get used to it. They're a muscle.
Yeah.
They still have to learn how to squish it all through. So, she's just learning.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that delightful conversation, we will sign off because I've perked up with my caffeine, but I can feel it wearing off already.
And I can feel, and baby's definitely gondoed.
Yeah, I think she's probably going to sleep.
Alrighty, ciao ciao, bye bye.
Hi, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. Can you please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast?